I am now joined with Kevin Young, you heard from earlier in Siebert Hall, but we just heard him ring the opening bell. How are you feeling right now? You opened up the U.S. equity market.
It was very exciting. We're really honored at the museum to open the markets, but also to ring the bell in honor of Black History Month. And the whole Smithsonian is behind us in excitement because we're the first Smithsonian so honored to be here and just to commemorate this important month. And we celebrate Black history, of course, 364 days a year. We're open that much and then online all the time.
And talk to me more about from where you sit. How is the Smithsonian helping educate younger generations about Black history?
Well, we're central to that conversation that's been going on for generations, but I think we really have, as the first national museum dedicated to African American history, we stand on the shoulders of so many before, people who made the legislation possible, but also people who marched and fought to have the museum on the mall, honoring the sacrifice and the struggles of African Americans, but also the triumphs. It's really a special place. And there's so many other legacy museums and historically Black colleges and universities. That's where my parents met, is at a HBCU. So we honor that tradition.
And when you think about the significance of today, tell me what comes to mind.
Well, what comes to mind is thinking about Black history. And, I think so much about 100 years ago, over 100 years ago, Black veterans of the Civil War petitioned for a monument on the mall for their sacrifice and service. And we're in that tradition. Here we are on the mall. We're just steps from the Lincoln and Washington memorials. And I also think about Dr. King so much because we're commemorating his birthday recently and also just thinking about his legacy and the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, which is just steps from where we were.
And I was listening to your remarks in Siebert Hall on the 7th floor here and at the New York Stock Exchange. You were talking about how you welcomed your 10 millionth visitor at your museum. I mean, that's hugely significant. I mean, you've only been open 8 years.
I know, not even 8 years, which is so exciting. And of course, for 2 of those, we were closed with smaller hours because of COVID. And so for us, it's really special. And what I love about that 10 millionth visitor is she was just in the museum for a book club in our delicious cafeteria. And so she sees it as a place of pilgrimage. We're a place of pilgrimage and return for people.
Do you have anything else that you would like to tell people who are tuning into NYC TV Live or to your supporters?
Just, we're really embracing living history and the idea that history lives in you, and history is happening all around us, and that you too can make history. And telling that story, especially to our young people, is so important. It's important this month, this day, and every day. And helping remind them that they too are history makers and are people who can make change is really special.
Kevin, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.